so good. I feel so right. I feel so nice. Living a oh oh. Yeah. I don't trouble nobody. I'd rather walk away. In the hot sun, if you tell me it's night, I go say okay. I don't test nobody, no. They always have another way. I don't want no bad vibes come around and mess up your day. But they love to call my name. And they always on my case. Oh no. I wish I would've let the people live their life. And everything would have been just fine. We're gonna leave our troubles behind. Bring on the love on the inside. If you feel the tickle in the chip when the rhythm hit, you just do it, yeah. If you feel to take a dance and wave your hands, you just do it, yeah. If you want to tell somebody that you love, just do it, yeah. And at the end of the day now, we in this thing together, and then we live a happy life, yeah. Happy life, yeah. And then we have a and then we live a happy life, yeah. Happy life, yeah. And then we have a everybody have a little worries, but don't let it break ya. Even after the rain and the sun will shine again. So at the end of your story, either they love you or hate ya. But I don't want no regrets, I don't want stress. Everything blessed, but they love to call my name. And they always on my case. Oh no. I wish they would've let the people live their life, and everything would've been just fine. We're gonna leave our troubles behind. Bring on the love on the inside. If you feel to take a little trip when the music hit, you just do it, yeah. If you feel to take a dance and wave your hands, you just do it, yeah. If you want to tell somebody that you love, just do it, yeah. At the end of the day now, we in this thing together, and then we live a happy life, yeah. Happy life, and then we have a and then we live a happy life, and then we have a feel so good, I feel so right, I feel so nice, and then we live a happy, oh, Ag-cademy.
Yo, bless up Anna of Glam Jam.
Anybody else in here?
Warning, pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I tried to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need, right? Yeah, I really need time now. I need a free mind now. I really need mine now. I need to free my mind now. I really need time now. I need to free mind now. I really need mine now. Yeah. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way where you cannot see. Man with this system, he cannot pray. I need to find release. But behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. might be falling deep. I might be falling deep. I might be falling deep. Tell me now what you need. I've been going to God when I'm all in my mind. I might be falling deep. Falling deep. I might be falling. I might be falling. I might be falling. I might be falling, yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening. Hi.
Good evening.
Hi, good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Just have 1 more minute. We'll start promptly at 6 p.m. We just want to please ensure that everybody is actually within the room. So in the meantime, just ensure that you have your full name because we will be taking attendance. And the way that we're taking it is with an app that records your Zoom name. So just ensure that you have your full name so that we can take attendance. Hi, Janice. Yes, I see you have your hand raised. So, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. We wanted to ensure that we value your time, particularly those that decided to and actually made the effort to come and join early. My name is Keithlyn Karua Freefer. I am the founder and executive director of Helen's Daughters, and I want to welcome you to this year's 2024 Ag-cademy. So this session is essentially going to take you through a little journey of Helen's Daughters, who we are, and also to inform you about the Ag-cademy and what you're in for the next 10 weeks. So we have you for 10 weeks, and I hope it's going to be an awesome adventure together. So this year, you're actually a part of a very new experiment that we're trying. Usually every year we have academies in each country that we operate in. Helen's Daughters currently operates in 3 countries, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Kitts and Nevis. And usually we'd have academies separated. But this year we wanted to try something different. We believe as Caribbean women and as Caribbean people, oftentimes we know much more about those that are far, far, far away from us than those that are right next door to us. So we want to build community within the Caribbean as well through women in agriculture. And this is how we're starting it, by a regional Ag-cademy. So that way you'll get to know women from St. Kitts, women from St. Lucia, women from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, women from Nevis as well, and to foster that spirit of community within the Caribbean. So again, tonight you're going to find out a bit about the organization Helen's Daughters. I'm going to go through some key points on the Ag-cademy. And then halfway through, you're going to actually get some time to network amongst yourselves. You will have some time because what you've noticed, for those of you who may not have looked at the curriculum as yet, you will be having practicals. So you will get some time to bond with your countrywomen, but virtually, at least this will be one session where you actually get to bond with women all across the region. So again, welcome. We are so excited to have you here. 232 women actually registered. So at least it seems like we're doing something good. So I'm going to take you through this journey of Helen's Daughters and what the Ag-cademy will provide you, and some other information in terms of your support network and resources that we have at Helen's Daughters. And then, as I said, the second half of the session, we will go into essentially networking and breakout groups. So while I have you here, perhaps I'm wondering if my colleague Latoya is online. She could just say maybe a few brief words. I notice I have two colleagues, Latoya and Otto, so maybe they can introduce themselves.
Thank you very much, Caitlin. A pleasant good evening to everyone, and welcome to the start of a fabulous journey. My name is Latoya Matthew Duncan, and I'm going to be one of your facilitators for the course. As a matter of fact, I'll be starting with you guys this Thursday, so you'll get to hear a lot more about me then. Welcome again, and prepare to be amazed. Thank you.
Ladies, just a reminder, housekeeping rules upon entry into the Zoom room. Please, 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 we ask that you keep yourself on mute. And also you ensure that your name is shown clearly in the Zoom room. We will be taking attendance by 6:30. I'm not sure if my colleague Otto is able to say a few words as well.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Otto McDowell. Many of you would have seen me. Well, I'm the one who has been sending the information via the WhatsApp chat. I'm looking forward to experiencing this together with you all. Looking forward to learning a lot. Looking forward to interacting with as many of you as I can. And let's just appreciate and soak in this experience to get as much as possible out of the content that will be shared.
Thank you so much, Otto, and thank you so much, Latoya. So as you can see, we do have a few resource persons, but I am going to take you through what the organization is and so forth. So we'll start now. So I do have a question for you. So many of you applied for this training program and so forth. And I just want to find out, for those who are not members, what is Helen's Daughters? What comes to mind when you hear the term or the name Helen's Daughters? Anyone? Just use the raised hand function and I'll call on you. Hopefully we don't have some shy people in this group. Cynthia, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Helen Daughters, to me, it's a group of women farming and producing and selling what they do best.
Okay, that's one way. That's one way to define us. Thank you, Cynthia. Anyone else? Anyone else want to take a stab at it? Go ahead, Venetia.
Apologies. Good night, everyone. When I first heard Helen's daughters, what came to mind is female pioneers. That's what came to my mind.
But somebody else coming.
Love it, love it. Okay, so women coming together to sell what they produce, female pioneers. Anyone else? Desmond or Desmond?
She said, we.
Desmond, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well. When I think of the name Helen's Daughters, I think about reconnecting back to our indigenous roots.
Love that, love that. That's all a
Thank
part as well. Thank you. All right, I could take one more person and then we'll give the definition. Kathy?
Good evening, everyone. I'm new, so based on the research that I did, it's empowering women to do more and be more visible in their communities.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so I see we have a few more persons, so we'll take these last two, Fidelia and then Felita. Fidelia, did you want to go ahead? If you are speaking, you're on mute. Or Felita, if you want to go ahead, you can speak as well. All right, we can always come back to them. But all of you, in a sense, were right. It encompasses so many of the aspects that you mentioned. And when I think of Helen's Daughters, although I created Helen's Daughters has grown into not just an organization, but a community filled with women pioneers, filled with women that produce their own to feed nations, filled with women that are concerned with food security. There's so many things. But one of the things for sure that we essentially focus on is the economic development of women through many ways. So that means through improved market access. Market access means, for example, creating linkages so that our women can sell and have access to selling to restaurants or hotels. Market access could mean creating a whole new marketplace called the Farmers Market in St. Lucia, or participating in expos and the agri-market, for example, in St. Kitts and Nevis. Introducing you to adaptive agricultural techniques. Adaptive means adapting to our environment, our climate, and our culture. Also adapting to our pockets. A lot of times we are introduced to agricultural techniques that are super expensive, that are just way out of reach. And there are many indigenous and affordable ways of being able to produce and still being climate resilient, and still being aware of how you treat your environment while farming sustainably. And finally, capacity building. Our mantra, our internal mantra at Helen's Daughters is that we use agriculture not as an endpoint, but really as an entry point to overall development. And what that means is that agriculture all binds us in this community, in this space. But it's not just about wanting you to be the best farmer or to be the most successful agribusiness owner. It's wanting you to be a well-developed and well-rounded Caribbean woman that is in charge of her family, that can help with her communities, that can push forward and break down barriers and ignite change on her own with the help of the organization. But all we're trying to do is plant the seed, fertilize it, add some water, but we're hoping that you can bloom and grow through this process. So what we try to do, we strive to break down barriers and ignite change by providing equal access to education. For example, our scholarship program or our apprenticeship program, resources and opportunities. Our holistic approach integrates agriculture, health, food, and nutrition fostering empowered individuals who can in turn uplift their communities. Our mission is to create a safe space where women can thrive, breaking down silos and bridging gaps in market access and opportunity. So oftentimes people may think that Helen's Daughters is a government agency or part of an international NGO or something like that. Simply put, we are a fully independent organization. We are not associated with any single government in any way. While we have partnered with different government departments on various things, whether it's health fairs or workshops or expos, we receive no funding or subvention, not only from the government of St. Lucia, but any other government in the countries that we work from. We do have several funders and sponsors who require us to keep up the good work to continue to receive financial support. And to simplify, at Helen's Daughters, our big vision is that we envision a world where women in agriculture are empowered as key drivers of sustainable development. Again, we're not just trying to create the best farmers, we're trying to create empowered women that can ignite change and can just be trailblazers in the Caribbean and globally. And essentially, our mission, again, is to cultivate that soil for you to bloom in a number of ways, whether it's through our programs, our education, and our capacity building. So Helen's Daughters essentially has a number of persons. I know that some persons may think of HD and they think of maybe Latoya in St. Kitts and Nevis. They think of Shaquana in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They think of Otto or me in St. Lucia or Sandy. But Helen's Daughters has a very robust and amazing and very international, in a sense, set of persons who are really dedicated to seeing you achieve. Everything that you see, from the guidelines to the posts, to the notifications, to the creation of the WhatsApp groups and so forth, it doesn't happen overnight. I am lucky to say and fortunate to say that I have such an amazing team. And of course, you inherit that team. And so this is just a look at our organigram. So we have a number of persons in the finance section, communications, monitoring and evaluation, my personal support, operations, our apprentices, and of course, in each and every country that we work in, we have program coordinators. So these are some of the pictures of some of the members of our team. And of course, we have a really amazing board as well of persons that are focused on strengthening you and the organization in the background as well. So I know I've said quite a lot, and I know you're probably, just trying to wrap your mind around things and so forth. And again, this is why this first session, we wanted to kind of ease you in to the Ag-cademy, for you to just realize that Helen's Daughters is not just a training program. Yes, it's something that we run yearly, but it really is a community. I wanted to stop to see if anybody had any questions. If you do, just let me know. If not, I will continue the presentation. So any questions at this point in time? Okay, go ahead, Cynthia.
One question is that you don't have to be a well-known farmer, do you?
You don't have to be a well-known farmer to be a part of Helen's Daughters?
Yes.
Not at all. Actually, what we will introduce you to is, well, of course, our membership waitlist, because membership opens up. And we approach our membership in a holistic way. You could have an interest in farming.
Okay.
Could be just getting into it. You could have decades of experience under your belt. And of course, membership is completely free. The only thing that we ask at Helen's Daughters, if you do want to become a member, is sweat equity. And what that means is what you give in is what you get out of the organization. So your participation, showing up, For example, we have an ambassador program that we just rolled out where some of our ladies are able to attend Caribbean Week of Agriculture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And of course, one of the guidelines was their sweat equity. How much do they participate? How much do they volunteer? How long have they been a member? Do they help out other members and so forth? So not at all. This organization is one that is based on and focused on encouraging a spirit of persons interested in agriculture. So you could literally have woken up this morning and said, you know what, I want to be a farmer, and you're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I want to be a farmer. I've been trying at home to do certain things, but I just want to learn the right way and to help my community and help others. Thank you so much for explaining to me. I'm very happy.
Absolutely. And I think you are in the right place. What you will find, and also during the networking session that we're going to have in the second half at 7, I'll break you out into breakout rooms. We'll be providing you with guided questions, and you'll get a chance to get to know so many women. And I'm sure you'll get to know women like yourself, Cynthia, who are just getting into it, or women who have tons of experience under the belt, or some persons who are in between. I know that we even have some students here. I noticed one of our scholarship recipients here as well. So it's a great space to network, to get to know each other, and also to provide that peer-to-peer support. You can get information from the Ag-cademy, but the beauty of the community of Helen's Daughters is the support that you lend to one another. Fidelia, you can go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, if you are farmer already, let's say you know something and somebody else don't know how to do farming yet, can you teach the person as you in Helen's Daughter?
Could you say that again, Fidelia? Because I'm not sure that I got that clearly. And was that?
If you already have a little experience already in farming, and as I joined Helen's Daughter, did it okay for us to teach another one to show them how we doing farming?
Absolutely. Each one teach one. That's all it's. We expect, even though this is obviously our niche is women in agriculture, but what we expect is that the knowledge that you learn, that you share with your family members, you share with your friends, you share with your colleagues, you share with your husbands, your partners, your boyfriends, your sons, your whatever it is. But that is exactly the point, that knowledge shouldn't be held close to your chest, but should be shared amongst us. I think that's probably one of the biggest issues in the agricultural sector, is that we are so fragmented, and sometimes we tend to keep our knowledge to ourselves rather than sharing. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do, is to break that, which is why we, every single year, it's the largest budget in our programs, but every single year we ensure that we keep this completely free. And we're hoping that we can continue to keep this program completely free.
Yeah, that's very nice, because I always say whatever we know, we should share it to one another. Anything we do, we have to share. We cannot keep it to ourselves for another one to learn.
Exactly. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Do we have any other questions?
Hi.
Hi, good evening, Philita.
No, that's Heather.
Heather.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to know, since I'm part of this course, would I be automatically part of Helen's Daughter, or do I still have to sign up?
That's an amazing question. I was going to get to it, but the course is always open to everyone. Because you take the course, you would be a graduate of the Ag-cademy, but you would still need to sign up. We do have a membership wait list. Because last year, for example, we had literally just under 400 persons enroll as members. And as you can see, it's a lot of time to register all those persons. Membership should be opening up in early January, but if you are part of the wait list, you will get an email and be informed as soon as it opens up. So right now, you will become a graduate if you complete 80% of the courses, and I'm going to go into the course requirements and so forth. But right now, you'd only be a graduate. You'd not be an official member of Helen's Daughters just yet.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you so much for the question. So I am going to move on to just to give you an idea of what Helen's Daughters does, our programming and the community itself. So again, people know us for many things, and then some people have no idea of some of the other programs and so forth that we actually offer. For example, we have a monthly avenue to discuss topics that are not related to agriculture called the Life Academy. Again, our focus is on growing you into well-rounded farmers who are knowledgeable of several topics. So for example, you'll find that we will have sessions on financial literacy, on climate change, on emergency preparedness, and public speaking. Actually, we're having a Life Academy tomorrow on grant writing. And as a treat to our very newly installed Ag-cademy participants, we will be sending that link, which is usually only for members, so that you can also join the session on grant writing if you are interested. So for those of you who maybe are part of community organizations or trying to expand a business or start up a business and want to figure out the ways of how do you approach grant writing to find funds to, fund some of these agricultural enterprises or any other aspirations that you do have, you can join that session. Again, our ethos is on sweat equity. So it's not a mandatory activity. Nothing is essentially mandatory in Helen's Daughters. But again, we do observe who participates and so forth. And we constantly encourage you, because even for me, there's so many sessions that I listen in on the Life Academy. I remember we had an emergency preparedness session right before Hurricane Beryl, and that was really helpful for a number of persons. The financial literacy sessions, which you'll have here, but it's always amazing when you can calculate income to debt ratio and you figure out some of the things that you need to change and how you need to go about with just, how you deal with finances in general. So that's one of our programs, the Life Academy. The next, of course, is the Ag-cademy, which you're all on here today. It's a virtual program, as you know, with practical components that will be held in each country. And these components touch on a number of things. I'm going to go through the curriculum with you, but we touch on things from sustainable agriculture to post-harvest management to financial literacy to nutritional marketing to agribusiness development and food safety. Literally, it's a crash course into the entirety of the agricultural sector. We try to give you bits and pieces as much as possible. I know you can't learn everything in 10 weeks, but what we're hoping that you will learn is that if there is anything that you are interested in, you can take that forward and at least you have a good foundation. Again, the Ag-cademy will take place virtually twice a week. Same link as usual, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 to 8 p.m. And I mentioned the field trips, which will be communicated to you in the WhatsApp chat and via email as well. When we do come to those, you'll probably have 2 to 3 practical sessions as well as an addendum to as an addition to the Ag-cademy. And of course, it's completely free. In St. Lucia, the certificate that you earn from this program is actually a substitute for the GAP certificate, the Good Agricultural Practices certification. So if you have this, And of course, you are required to have a visit from your extension officer. You can use that instead of the ministry's GAP program to actually get your registered farmer's card. We are working on trying to do something similar in St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but the requirements are a little different. So we're trying to work around this, but hopefully before the end of this cohort, we would have made some headway as well. All right, so another thing that we focus on, community and wellness. So every year we have a co-creation and wellness retreat. Some of you actually in the room, maybe I know from St. Kitts and Nevis and probably from St. Lucia, just came off co-creation retreats. It's your opportunity to tell us what you would like from the organization, and also our opportunity to keep you accountable. It's a chance for all of us, staff and members, to assess HD's programming and to see how we can make it better, to see what we can add within our capacity, and to essentially break barriers and create as much impact, the impact that you want to see. Of course, community, it's an opportunity to meet with your colleagues, to learn, share, and laugh, meet with the team, and also just to promote having a day off. Even though we co-create, we get into groups, we do these things, but it's also about self-care, about bonding with your sisters in agriculture, and so forth. So in St. Lucia, for example, we have an apprenticeship farming program. So in 2022, we actually penned down a partnership with Hotel Chocolat, which is a luxury chocolatier, chocolate brand, and also has a hotel in St. Lucia. And we built out an organic aquaponics farm at Hotel Chocolat in a space called Project Chocolat. So the young lady that you're seeing holding the bed of lettuce is Corinne, our dedicated apprentice. That lettuce is all organic and grown by her on the farm. She gets the opportunity to see how to manage growing all the things that are needed by the kitchens on the hotel, on the farm, and also a chance to see how to operate an agribusiness as well. So I think, well, this is a bit old. We're about to approach our third year of the apprenticeship program, and we usually offer this to young females who are around the areas of the community, because it's a rural community as well. International Rural Women's Day. That's one of our International Rural Women's Day. It's one of our big days. It's celebrated annually on October 15th. This year, we are celebrating it in a very, very big way. All of you will be invited, but we will have the launch of our documentary called Roots of Resilience, Stories of Caribbean Women in Agriculture, which we had been working on for over it's about to be a year now. It's going to be unveiled at the Caribbean Week of Agriculture, and then there will be a screening. So Caribbean Week of Agriculture again is in St. Vincent this year. There will be a screening in St. Lucia on the 15th, and the very next month there'll be a screening in St. Kitts and Nevis as well. What persons don't usually realize, we were one of the first organizations to recognize IRWD in the region, and what persons don't realize is that it actually comes before World Food Day, which is also October 16th. Everyone is like, World Food Day, World Food Day. They don't realize that International Rural Women's Day is right before World Food Day. So go figure, women and food security. So essentially that day as well, we usually do events and so forth. And it's also a day to essentially award our members and just show and pay homage to them and to their work that they do tirelessly every day. I've mentioned the farmers markets. And expos. So in St. Kitts and Nevis, you'll see when there's an agri night market, you will see our ladies proudly at the night market. In St. Lucia, we have 2 locations for the farmers market. And essentially it's an opportunity to showcase our women and their products and so forth. In St. Lucia, we provide all the logistics. In St. Kitts and Nevis as well. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we're working on trying to get something going very, very soon. But I think it's an opportunity for our countrymen and women to see what women in agriculture have to offer, and to also eliminate the idea that women don't produce, women don't farm, they just sell, because oftentimes we do both. Essentially, this was just a few of the programs that Helen's Daughters has to offer. And just to give you a little taste for those who are thinking of becoming members of the organization as well. So I'm not sure I can stop to take 2 more questions. I want to really keep the time because I know you also want to get some time to network and so forth with each other. So I can take 2 questions. So if anyone has a question, just let me know.
Yeah. If you are a qualified farmer already, did you really have to think to get a ID card? Because I am a qualified farmer. I have my ID card already.
Yes, so if you have your ID card, that's completely fine. What I do know is that the ID card, since there is an expiration date, you do need to renew it sometimes. So if you do ever need to renew it, and usually when you do renew it, you would need to take that GAP program, so you can always use the certificate as well, if there's ever an instance where you need to renew it.
Okay, because in our, I think every year, 2 years, we have to renew it. Because I have taken the training with the agriculture for 3 months. So I be a qualified farmer. We've been over 8-9 years now with Mr. Denil. Yes, but I came to Helen Daughter because I love the activity. I like the entertainment, what the women with the women, the way they do, the way you teaching them, the agriculture and things, a lot of different things. That's what I think I have to join to be a member with you all.
Oh, okay. And yes, you can. As I mentioned, you can take the training course, of course. We will share that link with you. When I send you guys to the breakout groups, I'm going to put in the information for the wait list so that you'll be the first to know as soon as membership opens up. But we would love for you to be a part of Daughters.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Juliana, you can go ahead.
Yes, good night and good night to all listening. Just a quick review of something that you made mention of. By virtue of just signing up for this course, the Ag-cademy course, does it mean that the certification at the end of this course is a substitute for the GAP program in St. Lucia, whereby I can actually obtain or earn a farmer's card at the end of it all?
Yes, ma'am, that's what I mentioned. So from about 2020, 2021, we have written to the ministry and so forth. We did showcase our curriculum, and it was certified as a verified substitute. So many of our farmers have been able to get their registered farmer's card. However, you can't negate that usually when you do have to get a farmer's card, there's also obviously a visit by the extension officer and so forth. But the certificate itself has been able to hold up as a verified substitute.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Okay.
I'm not sure if that question was already addressed, but last year I did that same training, and I know one of the requirements is complete 80% of the training in order to graduate. So would I have to cover the entire training in order to graduate, since last year I did the same training?
Were you able to get a certificate last year?
Yes, Yes, I have a certificate, yes.
So then it's simply up to you. If you want to, again, the rule is 80%, you get the certificate. Many of our members are here not to get the certificate. Some persons just want a refresher. Some persons want to pop in to see, what they could learn, or as I mentioned, like are interested in certain particular modules that maybe they didn't get experience. So it's all up to you. However, for those who are interested in getting a certificate at the end, 80% is the rule.
Okay, so it's the same certificate as last year, right?
I mean, it would be a different design and so forth,
Well, I mean, yes.
but
Okay. All right, thanks.
yes, you're welcome. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm quickly going to go through some of the successes and so forth. So I've mentioned the apprenticeship farm. We have a scholarship program running both in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with a community college there, and also at the South Louis Community College as well. So that's you're seeing two of our scholarship recipients from SVG. We also have a shade house in Nevis to teach young persons, very young persons about agriculture and, well, climate smart agriculture as well. So for those of you in St. Kitts and Nevis, during the practicals, you may possibly have a chance to go check out the shade house as well. The gentleman in white with the white hat, you will definitely be going to see Mr. Tross. Mr. Tross is protected structures as well, and also meeting him, he'll be one of the facilitators during this Ag-cademy. I mentioned our documentary, the lovely picture of our ladies at the night market in St. Kitts, and so forth. Alrighty, so I am going to just quickly go through our social media channels. If you don't follow us, please do. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything Helen's Daughters, except for Twitter, which is Helen Daughters, because that was taken. So please feel free to share the love, feel free to share your experiences and so forth. Just let us know. Oh, I love to see it in the chat. My sister got the award last year at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Yes, love to see it. Well, welcome. And finally, a lot of people, even sometimes our members, don't realize how amazing our website is of a resource. Ladies, please, please, please use this. This website has some amazing stuff, from resources on research in agriculture and women in agriculture. We actually did a 5-country study in 2021 focusing on the barriers of youth and women in agriculture and the possible solutions as well. So you could have a read on that, go under our resource table, our media. You can see our cooking show, for example, which shows you farm-to-table recipes, all local, completely Caribbean native products as well. You can see some of our Ag-cademy sessions and so forth. And finally, our YouTube page. So you will see this is the link I'm going to share while you are getting to know one another and so forth. You will see this page, YouTube, www.youtube.com/@HelensDaughtersInc. This page is super, super important because every single recording will be uploaded there. So you're going to have a playlist, 2024 Ag-cademy playlist like we've always done. So if you missed anything and so forth, you can always go back and watch through and learn something new. So I am going to shift gears to essentially go through our Ag-cademy and the guidelines for the Ag-cademy as well. So we shared a couple of documents with all of you ahead of schedule. We shared it through WhatsApp and through email. So I'm really hoping that you were able to get some time to go through them. But our guidelines are fairly simple. I've already mentioned who we are. We've talked about the Ag-cademy. Let's talk about the guidelines. Again, This is a 10-week course, which will take place always on Zoom. So your theory is going to be on Zoom. However, your practicals will be will be country specific. You will hear from us. So for those in St. Lucia, it will be advertised in the WhatsApp community, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts and Nevis, same thing. Our coordinators will be the ones liaising with you in the chat and so forth. So the WhatsApp group is really the WhatsApp group is extremely, extremely, extremely important as well. So please, 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 please take note of that. The Zoom to the link to the class, of course, was sent out into the WhatsApp group. It's also, if you go in, you know, when you click on information on the WhatsApp group, it's actually there as well. So there's no way that you can forget it. And finally, your full name should be used in this. I'm sorry, but can you please mute yourself? So please, your full name should be used in the Zoom room in order to identify you, no aliases. So if you have your phone, if you have whatever as an alias, ladies, please, please, because we've had many times where persons are like, but I didn't get it, I was always there. And we have no way to identify. As you can see, there's currently 164 persons right now. Pretty hard for us to keep track of. So please, please use your full names, because we do use an app that just captures the names and so forth. And all videos and class materials will be recorded and posted as a... That's the price for that. All videos and class materials will be recorded and posted on the HD YouTube channel for later viewing at the end of the course, as I've mentioned. So after each module, we will try our best, give us at least a week to just upload things to the YouTube channel, so that if you're trying to look over and so forth, you know, just feel free. So get used to the YouTube channel. You can look at some of our other videos and so forth. There's quite a bit of information there. Janine, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
So does this mean that we will not be getting the link to the recording in the chat anymore?
So you will get the recording to the link in the chat, but for some persons, it's just easier to access YouTube as well. So you'll also receive that. Okay. Okay. Class schedule and details. Well, I mentioned that already. Our class schedule. So I'm going to go through the entire curriculum. It runs from the 10th of September to the 21st of November. Now, I know it was mentioned the 16th of November, but that's the last day of classes. There's one extra day where we are going to have some feedback with you, and that's also counted as a part of the class. It's essential because we really do need to obviously collect information in terms of how this program is impacting you. And essentially the 21st of November would be your graduation day, of course. So with regards to classes, it consists of 2 segments, unless otherwise specified by your lecturer. So for example, the typical segment is that you will have a live lecture. You allow your lecturer to go through their presentation and so forth. And then there will be a question and answer segment. Because it's such a large number of persons in the class, please bear with us. You can just imagine the number of questions. So we have to be really flexible in trying to pack in as much information and also trying to answer as much information as well. So there will be times maybe where you'll be broken into segments or breakout groups and so forth. And also you can always use the chat box. I'm seeing a lot of persons using the chat box currently, and I will be responding to your emails when you are in your breakout groups. So just think of that, and also just again, because it's a live lecture and then a question and answer, we encourage you, please, to use the raise hand icon on Zoom so that we can keep track of that, and also that your lecturer doesn't lose focus instead of just asking a question, which brings me to classroom conduct. At Helen's Daughters, we have a really strict code of conduct. There's a strict code of conduct because, again, we want this community to remain a safe space. And remaining a safe space means that we require respect. We require an openness to all perspectives. We believe that every single person is equal. There is no better or lesser than, regardless of social class, status, whatever it may be. And finally, we believe that everyone should be courteous to each other. We just want good vibes in the group. You know, we want good vibes and good energy overall, and for people to just want to come to the Ag-cademy and to learn and so forth. And that conduct is not only something that's held and expected from you, but also from your facilitators and also from us as staff. So again, all of us are trying to uphold this conduct so that it can remain a safe space. If there's any behavior that's deemed disrespectful, discourteous, or profane, you will be subject to removal from the course, because maintaining that peace, maintaining that safe space is really, really important to us here at Helen's Daughters. And finally, attendance and course completion. So in order for you as participants to graduate, officially graduate and get your certificate, you need to complete at least 80% of classes. And upon calculation, it's about 16 classes that you would need to attend. So 16 out of 21 classes. As I've mentioned, attendance will be taken at each class, and there will be a graduation ceremony at the end of the course for all successful participants. Okay, so we have about 11 minutes to spare. There is one more thing that I wanted to go over, and it's one of the most important resources that we want you to make use of at the Ag-cademy, and that is your digital journal. It is something that we've crafted almost like a diary, an agricultural diary for all of you. And what we want you to do is to use this almost as a guide through this course. And we've made it easy for you. This digital journal has everything. So from obviously the entire curriculum, which would include the dates, and also sections with the names of each facilitator. So I'm going to go through the curriculum. Again, today you had me. Just to give you an overview of the curriculum, the course structure, and the goals. And then you are going straight into sustainable agriculture with Miss Mishka Edwards. So Mishka is going to take you on a journey of understanding sustainable agriculture, soil health and soil health management, and also water management and irrigation. Then we're going to kick off to module 2 with Mr. Mackie Tross, who I mentioned. Also, just to backtrack, our facilitators are from across the Caribbean, particularly the 3 countries. So every single country has a rep. So Miss Mishka Edwards is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mr. Mackie Tross is from St. Kitts and Nevis. He is going to give you protected structures. He is the king of greenhouses, I would say. He will introduce you to greenhouses and also introduce you to how to build and maintain protected structures, from affordable structures to also commercial structures, such as the ones that he has on his farm. Then we are going to go to module 3 to understanding the impacts of climate change on agriculture and how to adapt to those impacts. We have a rock star. We have many rock stars. I'm super proud of this set of facilitators. We have Dr. James Fletcher from St. Lucia, who was one of the architects of the Paris agreements. For those of you who know about climate change and so forth, he is like climate change rock star. So he is going to take you into understanding climate change on agriculture and how we can adapt. Then we go into money management. Module 4, you will meet one of our board members, Miss Davy Daniel, who will give you a basics on financial management. Then she will go into accessing credit and funding as well, and how you can do that healthy, how you can make credit work for you and not work against you. She will also touch on agribusiness development, so how you set up a business, the business taxes and regulations, and so forth. Then module 5 is going to be done by Mr. Justin Badal, also on agribusiness development, but this is on costing and pricing. Oftentimes, as farmers and farm hymns as well, you find that we don't do a great job in really understanding how we craft our price. Oftentimes, when you go to the market, sometimes you hear mangoes for $5, and this person's like, oh, well, I'll sell mine for $6, or I'll sell mine for $4. And we need to understand, one, how to calculate the pricing of our goods, how to take into account everything from the use of water and electricity and utilities to raw materials if you're agro-processing and so forth, to factor in that cost of your product. Then you will continue that with costing and pricing with so many heavyweights, Mr. Eustace Vitalis as well. Then module 6 is going to shift costs from business to food safety. You'll meet another one of our board members, Miss Theodora Moriel, who is a rock star again in her own right. Miss Moriel was actually the Vice President of Food Safety and Quality for Crafts and Kellogg's, and she's also a Caribbean woman and proud of it. So she will help you on the principles of food safety, along with how to implement food safety practices. Then module 7, we are going back to Miss Mishka Edwards, who is very versatile. She will introduce you to agro-processing techniques and value addition and product development. Mishka has so many things up her sleeve. She has done, I believe, wines. I've seen her create mozzarella cheeses, like chocolates and so many things. Just talking about it makes me hungry. But again, you really are in some very, very, very good hands. Then module 8, you will go to agritourism and then to nutritional marketing. Agritourism has become, I think, more mainstream in the Caribbean in recent years. Even with our partnership with Hotel Chocolat, we noticed that the profile of visitors to the Caribbean region is very different now. It's no longer about sun, sand, and laying by the beach. People want to be in farms. They want to live on farms. They want to live in rainforested areas. They want to learn to farm. They want to meet food producers. So how do you leverage that? How do you get into the tourism market and connect agriculture and tourism? At Helen's Daughters as well, we also have an agritourism network and a farm tour. You can also check it out on our website. And we want to give you those insights as well, so you can dream big, because I believe that we believe that the two sectors shouldn't be competing, but actually complementing one another. And then finally, we'll close off with nutritional marketing. And nutrition is a big thrust for us at Helen's Daughters. But of course, you have to make nutrition work for you if you're really trying to build a business and so forth. And oftentimes, as producers and sellers, we don't recognize the health benefits of the things that we grow and the things that we produce. So Miss Sam Alex, who has an amazing health food store here in St. Lucia, is going to connect the two for you. How you use nutrition and understand it and understand your own products, and how you use that nutrition to market your products as well. On the 19th, we're going to have a catch-up. We want to hear from you. We want to review the course, what you thought, what you hated, what you loved, what you want more of, everything that you could think of, and we will give out our feedback forms and so forth. And of course, on the 21st, we will have our amazing, amazing graduation ceremony. The practical sessions, you will not see, they will change. You will see some dates, you will see others that won't actually happen, because again, we are trying to touch base with everything. So for example, with St. Kitts and Nevis. Protected structures, you're going to definitely have a chance to see Maki and hopefully our shade house at EPPS. In St. Lucia, we are working on getting a visit to the National Agricultural Diagnostic Facility for you. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you'll definitely be getting practical sessions on agro-processing and so forth. And we're trying to do the same in every country. So for sure, there will be some agro-processing session. There will be some farm or protected structure greenhouse session as well. So again, 2 to 3 sessions in each country. Now, the beauty, I haven't even reached to the beauty of the digital journal. The beauty of the journal is that while it has each section with the name of your instructor, you also have a learning log, and this is fillable. What did I do? How do I think or feel about this? What did I say? What did I think about but not say? How well or badly did it go? What did I learn? And you can literally type in. So if you want to print, if you old school, I'm old school, I love to print and write out. You can print this out and write. If you're more high tech, you can literally type in your answers and use this as a guide. So you'll find in certain areas you have learning logs, like for example, in the agricultural areas and climate change and so forth. Financial literacy, you'll have some things like income statements, for example. With agribusiness development, you have essentials on how to put together a business plan, and the key elements of a business plan. And essentially, you right there, you have the ability to create a lean canvas model. So for those of you who are trying to think up a business within this agricultural academy, you have the opportunity and the resource to do it right here. For food safety has quite a lot. You have your own food safety plan for those who've never had a food safety plan before, especially for those who need that for food safety certifications, for example. It's very important to have a food safety plan. And also like an agro-processing assessment and so forth. There are so many bits and pieces of useful resources within this digital journal that I would sincerely encourage you to hold it close to your heart, to make use of it. A lot of love, a lot of attention, a lot of thought went into this, and we really hope that you can make the best use of this. So with that being said, what I'm going to do before we go on with the networking and so forth, I'm going to take attendance, which I said I would do. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. And the other thing that I just wanted to mention as well about this agricultural program and so forth is that don't feel shy. Feel free to ask as many questions. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. Feel free to reach out to your facilitators if possible. Some facilitators will feel comfortable in giving their information. Some persons may say, well, I can give you can take my number, or you can do this and so forth. But no question is ever too stupid. No question is ever like, oh, I'm not good enough of a farmer, so I don't know and so forth. Look, if you don't know or the facilitator doesn't know, sometimes your women farmers can also answer for you. So please make use of this beautiful community that you have here with you as well. So with that being said, this is the very fun portion of the evening. Okay, so I see that Bettila, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Hi, a quick question regarding the practicals. Do you have to attend all 3 to 4?
Okay.
Great
question. So we do count the theory is what we count. The practicals are not counted. However, we encourage them, obviously, because again, when in agriculture, this would be your best opportunity. 80% is focused on the theoretical classes, because we do know everyone may be able to make it at all times to the practical. Also, practicals are usually held on a weekend. So that persons observe Sabbath on whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday. So we're trying to mix it up so that we're inclusive to everyone. So also please keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you so much.
Cordelia, you can go ahead.
Okay, good evening. I just want to ask whether there is any sort of examination, theory or practical to this course, or is just an attendance based kind of like. And my second question that I was not able to ask earlier on because I could not unmute my mic is I realized that the board members we have male figures. Is Helen Daughters composed of male and female, or is just a female dominant group?
Okay, great question. So now I'll answer the second question first because it was the one that piqued my interest. So we're an organization that focuses on women in agriculture, but that doesn't mean that we don't need male allies. As you've heard, Otto, for example, is our operations supervisor. We have 3 men on the board as well, Mr. Dunstan DeMille, Mr. Mackie Tross, and Mr. John Brett as well. And essentially they recognize that they want to assist in the empowerment of women because it makes their families better, it makes their homes and communities better. So I think there's typically a misconception when it comes to gender equality that it's one gender working by itself. No, it's actually both working hand in hand. Similar to if there was, for example, an organization focused on men. Typically, sometimes you will find women are very much engaged. So we take that path that while we are focused on building up and pulling up women in agriculture, but we do know that we do that with our male allies at our side. And then remind me, I'm so sorry, the first question again?
The first question was, is there any kind of examination are we required to take notes to write, or is just an attendance-based seminar?
Okay, thank you for that. So because, we have a number of persons of differing levels, ages, and so forth, there is no examination. However, what we do want to see is active participation, active engagement. Of course, again, the requirements are 80%, and also hopefully seeing you at the practicals as well. We don't want to have people turn away from agriculture and make this a daunting thing because we look at it as a lifelong lesson. So again, in life, you're constantly learning lessons. So there's no exams in this one.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm hoping, are there any other questions or comments? Okay, go ahead, Avita.
Good night, everyone. Now, you spoke about the practicals. I know sometimes you may have workshops and the practicals are indoors. Are these practicals indoors and outdoors or outdoors only?
Okay, great question. So it depends on the practical. Obviously, if it's a agro-processing practical, it would be where you would go into a space inside. If it is, for example, visiting a farm, like the protected structures practical or sustainable farm, it would be outside. Those things would be indicated ahead of time.
Okay, thank you. There's a reason I asked about the outdoors. If anything, I will speak to the reps here in St. Vincent.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions? Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Do you cater for people who work on weekdays? That if we have to do anything, we don't have to leave work, but we can do it on a weekend instead?
So as I've mentioned, all our practicals are usually on a weekend.
Okay, good.
However, there are certain, for example, maybe if it's St. Lucia, for example, the National Agricultural Diagnostic Facility usually doesn't open on a weekend. So it's a situation where we may perhaps try to do it on a Friday or something, but what we try to do is give you the time, the dates and information ahead of time as well. But we try our best to work with everyone's schedule. But again, as you know, with so many persons, it's usually not possible, but we do try our best.
Okay, well, as you said, you will send it out beforehand, so one can get the time off if it's a half day or a couple of hours.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Do we have any other questions, comments? Any remarks?
Hello.
Hi, yes.
Yeah, I have a question. I was wondering when we finish the course, those who get a certificate, the agricultural department is informed?
So you might have missed that. So are you from St. Kitts and Nevis?
Yes.
Yes. So
I know you spoke about gap, but I'm thinking about whether they get a copy of the certificate so that they know that we completed it.
So as I mentioned, we are currently working to see if we can do something similar with St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because while St. Lucia has verified it as a substitute, the requirements are a bit different in SKN and SVG. So we are going to be working with the ministry to see if that's a possibility.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have any other questions, comments? Go ahead, Angela.
Good evening, everybody. Question, concern. I remember starting a course similar to this before with Helen's daughter, and the course actually clashed with some other engagements that I had, and was not able to continue or to complete in order to gain a certificate. Here am I again. I don't want to start. And then I have to be deprived because of such. But the issue is there's a possibility that I may not be on the island for a week while the course is going on. Is there going to be any exception to the rule, or what it is that I can do to regain what I may miss and not be deprived of a certificate again? Thanks.
So I'm sorry to hear that, but unfortunately, the rules are the rules, which is why the course has been made virtual. So you did mention that you would be traveling, but you can, if possible, I'm hoping that you would still be able to access this training program abroad. I mean, you wouldn't be deprived of the information because you would be able to access this on our YouTube channel and so forth, as I've mentioned. However, you definitely would need to attend 80% of the courses and so forth. And the reason we have these rules again is I really hope that you can understand, but with the large number of persons, if you bend for one, you have to bend for all. And sometimes you may have a valid excuse and some persons don't. They just don't want to come to the course, but they want a certificate. And in life, unfortunately, we just kind of have to adhere to that because of well, past issues and so forth. So Our hope is that you're able to gain the certificate. Again, because it's virtual, we're hoping that you're able to access the training abroad as well.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Roxanne.
Hi, good night, everyone. My question is, how long approximately do the practical sessions last? Is it, for instance, a couple hours or half a day or longer?
Great question. Again, these things will be indicated to you. Usually, for example, the farm tours would be half a day, sometimes when you factor in travel and so forth. Other times with things like the agro-processing, it might just be a couple hours, like 3 hours and so forth. So again, those days where it's pretty heavy, we would inform you, particularly the farm tours, and then of course the agro-processing. We'll also try to get a training plan from the facilitators that can guide you accordingly as well.
Thank you. I'm particularly looking forward to those sessions. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the photos and popping in. Do we have any other questions or comments? Anything at this time? Okay, alrighty. So this is a time where you will get to mingle. It's going to be a bit tight because we are going to give you 30 minutes to mix and mingle within your group. And essentially what we want you to talk about is to share a bit about your background, who you are, where you're from, where you're repping. Is it SVG? Is it SKN? Is it SLU? And share a bit about your background in agriculture or any other field, even outside of agriculture. So each lady, woman will get 2 minutes because I think each group will have about 15 to 16 persons, but each group will get 2 minutes just to give a bit about themselves and just to mix and mingle. You never know, this could be your bestie during the Ag-cademy session and so forth. So again, just try to listen in and to gain as much information from your colleagues and so forth. So what I'm going to do, I am going to put you into breakout rooms now. They will be assigned randomly. Actually, I think it'll be about 10 persons in each room. So you should have some time as well. So you will be breaking out right now. And again, remember that it's to tell your breakout group about yourself and how you are connected to agriculture, what interests you in agriculture. So we are going to be sending you into the breakouts right now. Enjoy. All right, guys, so you should be seeing something that pops up. If you just click on it, then you will be sent to the breakout room. We still have some persons out. Please click on your breakout room. Still have some persons. Click on that button to get into your breakout room. And remember, can you share a bit about your background in agriculture or any other field related to this program? Hi guys, for those of you, all of you should be in breakout rooms. Please, please, please find your breakout rooms.
Hello, is anybody else in this? I'm not seeing. Who else is there? Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, can you?
Okay.
Hi guys, you should not be in here. You should be in your breakout rooms. Please click that box so you can join your breakout rooms. Please, 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 please.
However, I had plans to get into agriculture before I retired.
So everyone hearing my voice, you should be seeing a notification that would pop up, asking you to join the breakout room. Please just select join the breakout room, where you would be able to participate in a discussion with the other group members. So please join the breakout rooms. No one should be in this section of the meeting. Everybody should be in the breakout rooms.
Shafika, I noticed that you said you're not seeing it, but it should, for some reason, I'm going to try to move you to a breakout room. So it should show. Please try to click it if it does show up. All right, so clearly, for some reason, it's not working for you guys. So what we can do, guys, for those who are hearing our voice, feel free to tell us about yourself. Can you share a bit about your background in agriculture or any other field related to this program? Anybody wants to start?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Winifred Harvey. I am from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I actually live on Union Island. Everybody hearing me?
Yes, Winifred, fantastic.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Yes, great. We are now recovering from Hurricane Beryl. I've been a farmer for more than 30 years, and all my plants were destroyed, basically. So just trying to get things back together. Thank God for nature. The place looks green again, and it has been raining. So I am hopeful that within the next couple of months that I'll be able to replant and reconstruct my fencing and things like that. And thanks again to Helen's Daughters for your tremendous support. Truly, without you all, I must say that I've received the first set of assistance from you all. So thanks again. And I'm looking forward to working with the other farmers from the islands.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Winifred. Anyone else?
Welcome.
Anyone else? Anybody else? A bit of background about yourself. Abina, tell us something about yourself and your connection to agriculture. Abina, can you hear us? What about Lisa? Hello, ladies. Jane, would you like to say something?
Hello. Hello.
Hi, yes. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I just joined. I was at another meeting. I just joined. So exactly, I have to say something about myself and connection to agriculture.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. Good evening again. My name is Jane Jawahil. And yes, I must say that I was raised in agriculture. Of course, my parents, both of them they worked the land to send me to school. They did not have another job. That's what my parents did. That's what my mother did. My mother helped my father. Sorry, I think you're hearing dogs. My mother helped my father in agriculture. Then I married an agriculturist, my husband. He worked in the agricultural sector for over 30 years with government. And I joined him. So in other words, we have the land, we bought land, and we used to do a lot of bananas, export bananas to England. Now we no longer do bananas, but we do plantains and we do other fruit crops. So I do help my husband quite a lot in terms of the agriculture, doing the agricultural products and so on. We also do livestock. So we have sheep, ruminants, I must say, sheep and goats. We rear these. We have quite a few, small but quite a few. And we have a chicken coop. We used to do broilers before. But as you get older, you kind of trim down on what you do. So right now we do only layers. And of course, we sell our eggs at Helen's Daughters Market, Farmers Market, Fangs. We also sell to other mini mart around. So we have a big clientele, although production sometimes changes. For these days, our production is a bit down. As long as you change the feed, and we have no control over the feed, production goes down. So we barely have enough to supply our customers around the mini marts and around. So for the last farmers markets, I didn't have any to sell at farmers market. This coming farmers market, we don't have any. Again, the production is down, but we have some new chickens, new layers coming up as well. I use a lot of my herbs around my house, my herb garden to do my skincare. I make soaps, handmade soaps, and I infuse the herbs into oils to make the soaps, and to also make facial oils and massage oils. And so the herbs around, I've given it a new twist in terms of infusing in my products. So my products are sold mainly at farmers market. Thanks again to farmers market, the HD team, Mrs. Carew, Afrifa. Thanks for the opportunity offered to persons like me. And I'm just thankful for all the support and help that the organization has afforded me. Thanks again. I live at Larishus in Vieux Fort, not Vieux Fort proper, so I live on the suburbs. And yes, thanks again. It was quite a bit.
No, it was good. Thank you, Mrs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to share a bit about themselves, their connection to agriculture? Come on, ladies, don't be shy. And also, when Mrs. Jawahil is from Vieux Fort in St. Lucia, because keep in mind that we have ladies from all 3 countries this Ag-cademy. So just rep your country. Come on, ladies. Let's hear from you.
Okay, I was just able to join the chat. This is still the breakout room?
It's
Hello?
actually the main room, but we've created it as a breakout room, so because some people have been stuck in here, so you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm Natalie Huggins. I'm from St. Vincent. I'm from a farming family. I grew up with my grandparents, and they both worked the lands. Mainly my grandfather, that was his main source of income. So we had to go to the lands on weekends when school was in session and whenever school went on break. So I developed a love for farming. So when I was much younger, I used to have my own little plot at home where I grew my own stuff. And as an adult now with my own family, I firmly believe in eating what I grow and growing what I eat, and also selling, getting an income from it. So I do backyard, front yard gardening at the moment, and whenever chicks are available, I do poultry as well. My main market is to the supermarkets and individuals. And I'm really, really happy to be part of Helen's Daughters because I've gained so much knowledge in different areas, which is really helping me.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mrs. Huggins, for sharing that. And we're glad to hear that we're doing something good.
You're welcome. Yes, you are.
Anybody else? Come on, ladies. We have about 13 minutes. Anybody else? So everybody should be able to say something. And I don't want to have to volunteer somebody. So come on, ladies. Let's hear from you. Don't be shy. I might have to volunteer someone. Okay, how about, can we hear from Gil? Ladies, one of the parts of this is that we actually want to hear from you. So come on, let's hear from Gil. Gil, just can you tell us a bit about yourself and also your connection to agriculture? All right. How about Maxine? Maxine, can we hear from you?
Hi, good night. You hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear. Good night.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So good night, everyone. My name is Maxine Lewis. I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am a returning HD member. I came back because I need some more knowledge. I have well, actually, well, it's always daddy, yeah. I just assist daddy. So we have some ginger and they're struggling. So I am here for more info on how to get to help assist daddy with his farming. He is, well, I am from a farming village. Everybody have something planned. So I am here for more knowledge. I am a returning HD girl. And I'm thanking Helen's daughter for this opportunity. And this time we basically, well, it's 4 of us, it's 4 countries, right? Because before it was just us in my the last one I did. So I'm here for more knowledge. Thank you.
Amazing. And I'm hopeful that you will get that knowledge. Save those questions for your sustainable agriculture and protected structures lecturers. I'm sure they'll be able to help you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. It's nice to see a returning customer. All righty, let's see. Lindsay. Lindsay, can we hear from you? We have a rather shy group. You just want to hear a little bit about yourself and your connection to agriculture, ladies. Would be nice.
Hi guys, my name is Lindsay and I, like the prior person who just spoke, this is all new to me, but I seem to have this amazing green thumb with plants. You just give me anything and I'll make it grow. So I'm actually here for more knowledge, and I've heard so much about you guys, and I'm just hoping that that I could be a part of you guys, and I'm excited about learning more about the soils and the different methods of planting, and I'm just here for knowledge for now.
Amazing, and I think you're in the right space. So please connect, go to the practicals for sure, and soak everything in. Let's see. Venetia, let's hear from you. Let's hear a little bit about yourself and your connection to agriculture.
Imagine my stuff dropped, I rejoined, and I was switched to a new breakout room, but that's okay. I'll just share a little bit about myself. So my name is Venetia. I originally went to school to be a registered nurse, and I've been a registered nurse for almost 3 years. However, I got an entrepreneurial seizure, I think they call it. And I wanted to go into business. I wanted to do my own thing. And along with that, agriculture was really my therapy. It was really my safe place where I could just go. And, you know, sometimes you feel so discouraged by what's happening in your life, but there I am with my babies, and they're growing and they're responding to, you know, I'm moving them around, I'm speaking to them, they're growing, they're fruitful. And yeah, I sort of developed a love for agriculture, especially, you know, exotics. Well, what we would call exotics, like you know, strawberries, things that don't typically grow here. People are very close-minded as to whether they can grow or thrive in our environment. I was really intrigued by them. And then I grew mine, and it fruited, and everybody was happy with it. Everybody was, you know, like they got a little bit of expansion from the experience. And then I sort of wanted to do this, but I was very bashful about it. Like, you know, people won't regard this as a, you know, as a profession, as a career, or as a business. So I was really very closed to sharing, but I left my nursing job to pursue business. And I think the one that is sort of like the apple of my eye and my heart is just getting into agriculture and just launching it and just going into different areas of agriculture, maybe horticulture, maybe some tourism products, maybe, you know, farm to table experience and so on. But I want to start nursing plants and growing them and seeing what it is like to produce at scale, satisfy my customers, and just grow from there.
Amazing. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. And you never know, you can combine nursing with agriculture. You never know, you're caring for your plants.
Yes.
Thank you and welcome, Venetia. All right, ladies, who else? Come on, we have 5 more minutes. Let's take a couple more persons, 5 more minutes. Let us know about yourself and your connection to agriculture. Come on, ladies. I don't want to have to volunteer someone. Come on. Okay, how about Shafika? Shafika, would you like to share? All right, if not Shafika, how about Sharice? Sharice, would you like to share?
Hi, good night.
Good night.
I was in a previous group and my computer kicked me out, so I came into this one. Well, my name is Sharice Charles Williams. I'm from St. Vincent. My background in agriculture is not much. I grew up with my grandfather who used to farm, and we would go to the mountains to collect the produce when he reaps, but I never really paid much attention to it. Sometimes didn't want to go, but you had no choice. My husband and I recently we started a backyard garden. The main reason we had started it was because we have a food shop, and with things getting expensive because of different stuff, we said, why not try plant our own to help with some of the costs? So we started with like tomatoes, and we had cabbages, and we had sweet peppers. But one of our major problems was animals, because we are not fenced as yet. We would have like sheep and goats would come in and would eat them. So even when the plants start to produce, sometimes we couldn't get to reap them because animals would come in and eat them down. So I learned of this course from my sister who did it before. And I said, I told my husband about it, and yeah, I said, why not do it so I can get some tips, and that would help us to start back. We haven't started back as yet. We are trying to get like seeds and stuff like that so we can start back. So I said, why not join the course to learn more in terms of soil and climate and what to plant and when to plant and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to learning about agriculture. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Cherise. And we love that the little one is there. We always encourage the little ones to be nearby as well so that they can learn some things. But I love to hear that story, that connection to your actual food and to the food you grow. Love that. Let's see. Nornalyn, would you like to say something about yourself? We have 2 more minutes. Nornalyn, okay. Anne-Marie, would you like to say something, Anne-Marie? We need just one. Oh, okay. I see that Nornalyn is at work. Okay. We just need one more person to close out the breakout group. One more person. Anyone? Gil, Winifred? Anyone who hasn't spoken? Abina, Shafika? Shoma? Just one more person. Gil, I see. I think you wanted to speak.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. Let's.
Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. I am just new to the group, and then a friend introduced me. My name is Jill, and a friend introduced me to Helen's daughter. So I'm just looking into it to see how things are going, but you know.
So can you tell us a bit about yourself and your connection to agriculture?
Well, I like making the tamarind balls and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So I like agriculture because the best thing to do is to plant, grow what you eat. So it's more healthy in that aspect because of the chemical you don't know what you use it and. So it's better to plant what you eat. So you know exactly what you're eating and how you're about doing it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And amazing. I think that was an amazing way to close out our breakout room. So I will bring everyone in. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing, for being brave enough to talk about your background. I feel so much more connected to each and every one of you, and I hope you've learned something from one another. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So we should see some people filling back into the room. All right, we're seeing people coming in. Alrighty, alrighty. I see. I know that the breakout rooms, there was some difficulties for some persons. I really do hope that you were able to still share a bit about yourself and your connection to agriculture. And I hope that you bonded and learned from one another. So we are coming to the close of this introductory session. So ladies, I want to thank you so much for your time, for your questions, and for those of you who shared, for being brave enough to share your background, your story, and why you're here in the first place. So what we will do, again, reminders, Thursday, we are going to start 6 p.m. sharp with Miss Mishka Edwards on sustainable agriculture. Again, it's the same Zoom link. It's going to be Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. We are going to have, I believe we're going to have Latoya on as the moderator. Latoya is the young lady that you met earlier in the session, who is the program coordinator for St. Kitts and Nevis. So throughout the course, you'll get to see some of the various faces of Helen's daughters. But what I would just encourage you to do, have a look at the YouTube page. I sent it to you in the chat. Have a look at some of our social media pages. Check out that digital agricultural journal that was made with love and lots of care and attention. And come prepared for Thursday. Come prepared with your questions. Come prepared with an inquiring mind. We have a really excellent facilitator who's going to take you through everything. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy that first course. So ladies, this is the start of a beautiful journey together. I want to thank each and every one of you for your time. And I'm hoping that within these 10 weeks, we can all celebrate on the 21st of November at our graduation ceremony as well. So again, all the materials have been emailed and sent to you in WhatsApp and also on the via email as well. So check those out. Before we go, I see that we have one more question. So Antonia, you can go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to ask if it's possible for you to stay back just for a quick second, just to go over an item with me, please.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Oh, I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What was your request?
Okay, I just wanted to ask if you could stay back for a quick second after the meeting so I could go over an item with you, please.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And Zonel, go ahead.
Hi, good night. I would have saw in my email that something was sent that you had to join the WhatsApp group before the weekend was out. I didn't see it before the weekend was out, and when I tried to access it, it had said that that was timed out. So how can I join the WhatsApp group now?
I am going to send you, I'm copying a link that I am going to send within the chats as well. Right now, WhatsApp group. Once you click this link, you should be able to get access. For those who have not received an email, I'm not sure what the issue was, but the same information, if you go into the WhatsApp group, that information is all there in the WhatsApp group as well. So please don't worry. If you didn't get it in email, you will get it through WhatsApp. I've sent in the WhatsApp group link, so just click on, and then you will be directed to the Ag-cademy's WhatsApp group. Okay, do we have any other questions, comments? Okay, well, ladies, we have 8 minutes to spare, so I will not take up your time. Thank you so much. We are super, super pumped and excited to have you on this journey. Again, Thursday, 6 p.m. sharp. We will see you there. Okay, don't be late. Can't wait to see all of your virtual smiling faces, although I can't see them. And again, dedication. We want all of you to graduate with your certificate on the 21st of November. And of course, we want all of you to be members of HD, to be a part of this community that I love, and I really hope that you will love too. So thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing night. And
Thank
let's
you,
get ready.
Kathleen. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.
See
Thank
you.
you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Bye.
you. Have a good
Good
evening.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, as I joined in, I was showing at my phone, Samsung and me, and not my name. I'm not sure what I did wrong. So I tried like pressing to find the dots to fix it, but I couldn't. So I'm not sure what I did.
Okay, what is your name?
I am Beverly Barnwell.
Okay, what I will do, because I will just try to change
No,
the.
she's there. She's putting somebody on.
I'm just trying to find it.
It's up and top showing as Samsung SM.
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, I'll just take your name down. It's Beverly and the last name.
Barnwell, Barnwell.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Beverly.
All right, everybody have a good night. Thanks.
You as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Kathleen. It's
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You look well.
I am, and I always looking forward to come to Helen daughter. Remember I met you the last time. I tell you for so long I tried.
Yes, well you did it.
Yes, so it makes me more happy. Really nice.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Yes,
Well,
it was a nice session and things, and I really like it.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well,
Yes.
wait till Thursday. Thursday should be a very good session.
Yes, because I love the farming. As I said, that is my thing, and I work both farming and the hotel industry.
Wow. So you have
yes.
some good experience.
Oh yes, 40 years I doing farming.
Wow, wow, amazing.
And Mr. DeMille is the one pushed me, go through the training. We do a 3-month training. And he pushed me, tell me, why you selling all the time for me, selling so nice products? I wanted to go to the training, and he sent me to the training.
He's one of our biggest advocates.
Yes, he is. He is.
He's a great board member. He's a great board
Because I used to give jobs. I say we only have one man in Helen daughters.
No, we have a few. We have a few.
No, at that time it was there. And he told me I am the only man in Helen daughter.
Yeah, he was the first one. He was the first man. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
So I went, but I have my ID card, my farmer's ID. Yes, certified ID, because I sell to them, I sell to CPJ, I sell to glass, I sell to some of the restaurants because I do the farming.
Amazing, amazing. That's great. Well, people can learn from you as well. You know, that's
why I say, because you see, when a lot of people, as was saying, we have to share to one another. Those who don't have the experience, we have to share. Don't be selfish. We have to teach them. You understand? Yes. How to grow, how to do it, because a lot of people like to do it and they don't get the opportunity to do it. But what you're doing is, you know why I enjoy Helen daughter? I just like the activity, the way you're doing it. I like the pictures, the garden, the activity all going, the chocolate in souffle. I watching you all, every single thing you all do from the beginning you start Helen daughter, I watch you all online.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, now you're a part of it. Now you get a
Yes.
taste. Now you get a taste.
And push me, and I was very close to meet Malaika.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes, Malaika
And
is
she
great.
tell me she learned so much. She didn't know much thing, but she growing farming. She has growing coconut because I do foreign, I do soloma, I do all these things because we're growing that.
I know, which is so good. Which is so.
Yes, we're growing that because daddy, when my father was a farmer and fisherman. And you not want to believe daddy has 15 of us.
Oh wow.
15 children never work to nobody. And we grow up in the same farming. We went to school one day, 2 days in farming. We go to school one day, 2 days we farming.
That's
So
what
I
a
love
lot
the
of them
farming.
did.
Yes.
That's what a lot of them did.
Yes. So it was a very, very, very nice session with you. And not now I wanted to be a part of Helen daughter.
Well, now you're there. You're there.
Yes. And it will be very nice, as you say, we have to take them, some of our things, to join it on a field for them to go to see, different things. And as you say, it will be better for them to see different when you go on the field. Yes, the practical.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, because when the Taiwanese having things, I always in farmers market with the Taiwanese,
Nice.
Oh yeah, they never leave me out. They come in at my room, pick me up and bring me to farmers market.
Wow.
Miss Coru, sometimes me alone reach farmers market. We don't even have farmers, real farmers. They say they don't have things. And they tell me, bring everything, and they come and pick me up and I go to farmers market with the Taiwanese. Yeah.
Amazing.
So they teach me a lot. They show me a lot of things too, because I always with them also. It's very nice. Yeah. So I'll let you go. We will see on Thursday night. Go
Yes.
live and have a good night. Yes.
Thank you. You as
All
well.
right. All right. Love up. Yes. Okay.
Bye.
Yes.
Hi, Antonia. Yes. Well, we still have some persons in, so I'm not sure. I can put you in a breakout room.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No need. I was actually telling you I didn't have time join the WhatsApp link, but then somebody asked the question after me, so that's kind of what I wanted to tell you. But
okay. Were you able to access it? Have you tried it?
Yes, I'm already in.
And you're in? Okay, just check like media and links and you will see the I think we pinned a message. I think in the information there's the Zoom link, and then you will also see the materials as well in the media and links. It should be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Double check. I'll let you know if
and just let us know.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for asking. Have a wonderful evening, ladies. Take care of yourselves, and we shall see you, God willing, on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.